Now let's discuss about the cell wall. The cell wall is found only in the plants and is absent in animals. It is the outermost part of the cell and is always non-living, though produced and maintained by living protoplasm. It is rigid also. Cell wall, it is found in bacterial cells, fungal cells as well as plant cells, but it is absent in animal cells. It is permeable. Permeable means it allows the fluid to pass from the protoplasm to the outer part as well as from outer part to the protoplasm. So it is permeable. Cell wall, it is made up of cellulose. In plants, or mostly it is made up of cellulose, but in bacteria it is made up of peptidoglycans, means proteins and carbohydrates, while in fungus it is made up of chitin. The main function of cell wall are to protect the inner parts of cell, to give a definite shape to the cell, and to provide mechanical support to the tissues. In higher plants, cell wall is differentiated into three parts, that is middle lamella, primary wall and secondary wall. But we are not going in detail about these parts of cell wall. Now we will see the next organelle present in the cell, that is cell membrane or plasma membrane. It is also called as plasma lemma. Just below the cell wall in plant cell, while it is the outermost membrane in animal cells. Because in animal cell wall is not there, so plasma membrane is the outermost layer in the animal cell, and in plant cell it is present below the cell wall. The cytoplasm is surrounded by the outer side by a thin and flexible membrane, which is known as plasma membrane or plasma lemma. Plasma lemma, it is a semi-permeable and it is composed of mainly lipids and proteins. The lipid portion consists mainly of phospholipids such as lecithin, cephalin, sphingomyelin, etc. While cholesterol and triglycerides are also present in small portion. You can see here I don't know why it's not working. Okay, anyway. Now, here you can see plasma membrane, it is made up of two layers, and these two layers are made up of, here you can see the upper part, hydrophobic and hydrophilic layers are there. the upper part of the layer, it is hydrophilic in nature, and the inner part, this part, it is hydrophobic in nature. This we have already discussed in lipids. Now, this type of membrane is also found in several cell organelles. The cell membrane consists of single unit membrane, while the double membrane present in mitochondria, chloroplast, endoplasmic reticulum, nucleus and Golgi complex. These consist of double layer membrane. This plasma membrane, it contains, as I told you, it contains cholesterol, then proteins, then proteins, they are present in outer layer as well as inner layer, and at the same time sugar side chains are also present, and it has upper layer which is hydrophilic in nature and inner layer it is hydrophobic in nature. This is called as bilayer. This is form of plasma membrane, it is a bilipid layer. Now the plasma lemma or plasma membrane, it performs many important functions. It regulates the passage in and out of the cell. It acts as a selectively permeable membrane. Cell wall, it is a completely permeable, but plasma membrane, it is a semi-permeable membrane, and it checks the entry of toxic elements from outside into the cytoplasm. Moreover, it permits only one-way passage for molecules like minerals into the cell and restrict their outward movement. Means once minerals are entered into the cell, then their outward movement is controlled so that minerals can stay in the cell only. It helps in the diffusion, osmosis, active transport. These functions can be performed by the plasma membrane. Now protoplasm. Next cell part, it is the protoplasm. Now, according to Huxley, protoplasm is a physical basis of life, includes organic and inorganic molecule. If you remember the cell structure, the inner part of the cell, it is called as protoplasm, while in some cases cytoplasm and protoplasm, they are same. Protoplasm is the living part of cell that is surrounded by plasma membrane. The inner part of the cell is called as protoplasm. Now cytoplasm, the semi-fluid matrix present between the cell membrane and nuclear membrane. The fluid which is present in the cell is called as cytoplasm, and this cytoplasm has various living cell inclusions which we called as cell organelles like mitochondria, Golgi complex, endoplasmic reticulum. All these organelles are present in this semi-fluid matrix. Along with these living cells, organelle, it also contains some non-living substances which are called as ergastic substances. Ergastic substances are mainly starch, cellulose. These are also present in the cytoplasm. Now we will discuss the next and one of the most important cell organelle, that is the nucleus. Now this is the structure of the nucleus. You can see this is the nucleus, and nucleus is attached to the endoplasmic reticulum. Nucleus is the largest cellular organelle present in eukaryotic cells. It is usually spherical You can see it is usually spherical and it has a double layer nuclear membrane with nuclear pores. Here you can see nuclear pores are also present. And the membrane is double layer membrane. This is outer and this is inner, which is also called as nuclear envelope. And these are the nuclear pores. It has transparent granular matrix, this inner matrix, which is called as nucleoplasm. In nucleus, now before that we'll see these pores, nuclear pores, they permit the free passage of the products synthesized in the nucleus into the surrounding cytoplasm. Now, a nucleus contains DNA, the repository of genetic information. So, eukaryotic DNA is associated with basic proteins in the ratio of 1:1 to form nucleosomes, and the assembly of nucleosomes is called as chromatin. So chromatin, it is nothing but the network of fibers of chromosome, and this chromatic network composed of DNA and histone protein, which is present in the nucleoplasm. You can see here this network, it is nothing but the chromatin. Now, it also has a spherical body which is called as nucleolus. It is rich in RNA, particularly the ribosomal RNA, which enters the cytosol through the nuclear pores. The main function of the nucleus, that it is the master of the cell and it controls the center of the cell or all the functions of the cell. It contains genetic material, DNA, which regulates all metabolic activity of the body. So, thank you.